I think James did. Thank you. And Dominic, thank you. Which Dominic? Dominic, okay, so I sent with an apology to the Ariel and June. Don't know why that's wrong. Yeah, no. Yeah. June is online. Okay. Yeah, they should be here. We'll edit that, thanks again. Okay, so today we will be covering the attendance and conducting the deliberations. So we'll start with the first motion, right?
All right, so the below parents have submitted their apology letters and appointed proxies in their absence. The proxies have granted voting rights. Sorry. Yeah. All right, so the proxies been appointed, given voting rights, so the representatives are Ariel,
The mic for Zoom.
the School of Arts and Social
Which-
Sciences,
which-
and
okay.
the
Hello? Oh, we're in it. There's a camera here and there's a camera. Where's that one? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
here.
it. Okay. Bro, our heads are in the
all right, you can go.
Oh, okay. Did you change the color?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, why did you? Oh, we need to pass that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it. Just do it.
Okay, chillax. Okay. Okay, the first one, oh no, sorry, the second item on the agenda will be the by-election blueprint approval. Here is the blueprint. Do I touch the timeline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open and show it.
Wait, here. Okay. Wait, this thing is. Okay. So the presented is the timeline for this year's by-elections. Wait, I can. Okay. Oh, my face is so big. So we are currently in week 5, where the KYC should have, and the debates should have actually occurred. Oh no, I'm sorry, week 4. Okay, the timeline's a bit off. Anyone to raise a question or would like to say anything about the blueprint before we make amendments and approve? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Okay. The mic is way too quick. Okay, so the presented is the oh my god, sorry. The by-election timeline. The dates are a little off, given that the 27th should be week 5 instead of week 4. Does anyone like to raise any questions or any discussions to make amendments before we obviously approve it for the upcoming by-election begins? No questions, no. Yes. I'm trying, but it's gonna be far. Wait. Is that good? Closer? Oh, this one. This one?
Yes.
Yes. Is that okay?
Make it more.
Okay, 80.
120.
Oh, make it bigger. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I think That should. 150, okay. It's so close. Wait. It's not big up B. Okay, so yeah, I think the training was last week, right, Rouge? Yes, okay. And so what date was that? 22nd, so it actually did happen. And the nomination is meant to close in, I guess, next week. All right, meant this week. Time will be given to all. Sorry. Yes. Can I make it small? Thank you. Because I can't see either. The blueprint was meant to, okay, it's not added on there. The last MSC was last month. When was the date? February. Oh, okay, February. Yes. The debates will be, I think it was discussed that it will be physical this year. I mean, or this semester, yeah. But I think that may be changed, who knows? Any further questions? I'll make it large again. When's the 31st? Like what date is it? What? When's the 31st? Like what date? Is it Friday? So Friday was meant to be this week. Friday actually was the last nominations Friday.
The last time it was 6 March.
6 March. Oh, it was already this month. Okay. Can you see that? Oh. Okay. No questions.
Nothing. You done?
Yeah. No, I mean just like yeah, it's just what?
Just go back to the blueprint and just show them.
Oh, okay.
Nothing else. Get your speakers.
No, yeah. No, I mean like what's the Yeah, of course.
All right, guys. Hope you guys have had a good look at that. So the nominated positions for this. Shush. Yes.
Can you speak up your last bit, please?
Yeah.
Sorry, because you're a bit far away. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So basically, because
There's no. Yeah, scream at us. Oh, right.
Anyway, yeah, just
Could you just scream at us, please? Yes.
So basically,
Mhm.
previously when it was announced that the blueprint is not passed, I mean publicly archive all the posts and close all the links on the link tree. So right now, since I see that there is a few more days due to the actual nomination, and should I open up the post? Should we open up the post again and should we make an announcement again?
Not yet. Don't do it yet. Let the blueprint pass first.
Okay. Yeah, I think no publicity material should be released until the actual blueprint has passed, so we can confirm that the dates will be set and nothing will be changed. So that's one thing. I think Rashwan mentioned that we should extend everything for a week. And so it's already extended. Okay, so yeah, any other further questions before we confirm that this is the actual blueprint for the by-elections, or yes, Kalina. Can you please speak up, please? Sorry, because no one can. No, I'm saying this. Yeah, thank you.
Since in the original post, the Soma's mail prep isn't in the post, is it possible for like said?
Technically, this is a DRO job, but are we changing a DRO or is that? Are we changing a DRO?
Okay,
We
no.
can change the DRO because he did a great one. So we can change the post, we'll amend the post accordingly.
Yeah.
But we can't change the DRO.
Yeah.
Because he signed a contract.
So there you have it. So for those who couldn't hear, the DRO has signed a contract where he is bound to complete his duties, and so the post will be amended to include the SMHS male representative because they're all archived, so you might as well repost it, right? Yeah. So that's about it. Hope that's clear, Kalina. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, thank you. The other one? This one?
Go.
Oh, this one, right? Okay, the positions that will be contested for the upcoming by-elections from the MUS division will be 2 MUS medias and 2 MUS country representative officers. They are also present in the MSC. And from the representative assembly, we will have the School of Business female representatives, to the School of IT representatives, male and female, School of Pharmacy, male and female representatives, and the School of Medical Health Sciences, male representative. The votes will go up with the respective positions that will be contested, so do not worry. Do we have anything else?
No.
Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. Done? For sure? Okay, let's vote. Who votes against passing the blueprint? Sorry,
Go by position.
by position?
Start with
MSC, yes. President Khan, do we get to vote?
No,
Okay, so Uruj,
Four.
4. Okay. Can someone open the?
Yes. You can stay there.
Wait, you were gonna write it?
You don't have to write it there. You can record it.
Okay.
Just go by the position.
You go up and do that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
just go by the
Okay, treasurers or against? Sorry?
Four.
Thank you. Clubs and Societies head. Or MUS heads.
Four.
Thank you. Activities chairpersons.
Four.
Thank you. Publicity officers.
4.
Thank you. Oh my god. Sorry. Welfare officers. Thank you. Women's officers. Oops. SAS representatives. Liam? For or against? We skip it. For like, it's Liam. Liam,
He's
he's not here.
Okay.
He's online.
yeah.
Oh, do you vote for or against?
For.
Okay, SOB representatives. Thank you. SOE reps. Thank you. There's a question. I'll answer that in a second. SOIT representatives.
For.
Thank you. SMHS. Thank you. Pharmacy.
For.
Thank you, Jeremy. School science? Thank you. Okay, let's start. Editors? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, this is not. Okay. The motion has passed. It is for the blueprint. Yay.
Kiara, there's a question on this.
Yes, they're fine. Oh, yes. Okay, hello VPs, may I know why is the General Secretary not doing the briefing for the blueprint as the Gen Sec is the head of the election committee? Yes, that is the case, but currently the vice presidents as the proxies of the president who is deputy? Okay, big terminology. Currently not here right now, so we will be the ones chairing the MSC meeting and also passing the motions for everything that's currently listed in this emergency MSC meeting. I hope that answers your question.
Thing is asking for general secretary or president.
No, because president was supposed to.
Yeah, the president was meant to present, but he's not here, so we're the.
They are
Yeah.
presiding, so.
Yes.
they have to present.
Thank you, Ruj. Hope that answers your question. Oh, thank you. Okay, so the motion has passed. Someone has to vote. Now, we'll go to the issuance of the warning letters. So Raj, you may start.
All right, so the first warning letter. This was made out to Ali Rashwan Muhammad, the president of Monash University Student Association. It was given by the general secretary on the accounts for the failure to obtain prior approval of the MUSA by-elections grouping. And it created a constitutional crisis for MUSA, which has been dealt with right now. So that was the warning letter for the president. So let's start with the voting.
Oh, are you not going to read out the content?
That's it.
Okay, so
That was the content. All right, so the president has chosen to.
yes, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Just leave it
All
on
right.
there. Yeah. And let me do the thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Maybe you want to read it off. Yes.
All right, hope you guys have had enough time to read through. Okay.
No.
Yes, in-house.
Okay. I just want to give.
So,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah, I just want to give some things to note. Because I was actually part of the thing that happened. Yeah, because I was there during such training. So I just looked through this warning letter, and I mean okay, I just state out some of the obvious ones. One thing is I assume for warning letters it has to go through some sort of constitutional breach. So I would like to know why is there no copy paste of the constitution there. That's number one lah. Okay. Because if let's say there's no direct citation of the constitution, then there's no base for such a one letter to explain the things that the receiver has done lah. So that's one. And then and I think the more so because this is a warning letter to the president, so I think it's more of trying to supervise this process of getting the action blueprint done, because getting the action blueprint approved is actually done by GenSec, as I think most of us would know, or at least those who roughly know about the EC structure. So I think, and the first paragraph, consultation of others, I think that's an ambiguous thing to know about. So that as well, because consultation, you need to know who you consulted, because if you say consultation of others, I can just say I can just consult one random office bearer, and that's my that's my evidence. So yeah, I think these are the three more important ones. But getting the message across, I think it's more or less okay. But I think I just want to clarify. I feel like the words of president is more of a supervising issue rather than ensuring the blueprint is approved from, because making the blueprint approved is actually done by GenSec, and president is more of the supervising. So just to get that message across on. See. Thank you.
thank you so much. Yeah, so since Rashwan is not actually present in the MSC, he will be able to appeal at any time, but we're simply just presenting the issuance of the warning letter. So there will be no voting for this. Just to clarify. And so, is that fine? Okay, so if there are no further questions or any other things that anyone wants to add, even in the chat, we'll move on to the fourth motion. I'll give you like closer. Yeah, so if no one wants to add anything, then we'll move on to the fourth motion. Anyone wants to add anything or have any questions? Yes. Okay, let's move on then. So the fourth motion is a warning letter against the MUSA president. This is yep. This was issued from Uruj to Rashwan as well. The facts of the case is that let's. Huh? What was that? Wait, you're meant to do this one. Okay, so this warning letter is about the publicity material regarding the by-elections that was not announced during the MSC. Yeah, okay. As for the Constitution, the notice of the MSC must be announced and published to all students by any means necessary as approved by the MSC. However, when the publicity officers consulted regarding publicizing the MSC, you, as in Rashomon, stated nope, which led to the violation of the Constitution. And yes, so that is the primary issue of this warning letter, which will be discussed later. Yeah.
What did you say about the first warning letter? That we can come.
Okay, similar thing to the first warning letter, Rashomon can choose to appeal at a different MSC meeting, given his absence.
Yes.
Okay. Go back to what? Okay. Yeah, so that's about it. Okay, the next one, any further questions?
All right, so seeing that there are no more questions, we can move on. This one. Have you done this? Okay. So this is the third warning letter against the president of MUSA. This was issued by the General Secretary on the basis of his disappearance from the office and not appointing a proxy. Thus, Mr. Dominic Lee, ex-president of MUSA and current member of HAC, has self-assumed responsibility of guiding the members of MUSA 2023. Furthermore, there are no justification that can be provided regarding the sudden change of roles and direct violation of the Constitution that states and how it should be upheld. So here are some of the evidences that the General Secretary have listed. Yes.
Can I oppose?
Yeah. You have to speak a bit louder.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys, okay, cool.
Yes.
I'm a bit nervous, but she said that Dominic was self-appointed, right?
No. In the warning letter, it stated that. Just a second. Yes.
Self-assumed.
Self-assumed responsibility.
Yeah, that's not entirely true.
Okay.
Rashomon gave me specific instructions to tell Dominic to assume the position on his behalf. So it's not. What's the word?
Self-assumed.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I want to ask specifically one of the clauses in all the warning letters that are supposed to be quoted from the Constitution regarding all the violations that are to be had. In all warning letters so far, we have not seen any clause specifically quoted specifically for each warning letter and for every infringement. First point. Secondly, I'd like to know in what defense are you accusing me of this, even after we briefed all of this stuff before. Due to unfortunate circumstances, Rashomon has to have taken emergency leave. He is not able to contact us. The only communication he has is one call every few days with Rohan. That's all the communication we have with Rashomon. In this regard, I have not assumed the responsibilities of the MUSA president. I have delegated them accordingly to the VPs, as you can see, are deputizing for Rashomon. All the additional responsibilities has also been advised to all the relevant EXCO members. So I request that this warning letter be voted, because there is no merit to this discussion. On to the next question.
Okay, thank you, Dominic. To answer one of your questions, I believe in the second warning letter, there is some mention of the Constitution. However, yes, but we do take that into account. However, the president can come and appeal to all of these warning letters later on. Moving on.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Just one last question.
Yep.
Sure.
Start.
So we noticed in the. We've
Yeah.
noticed in the past, like I think all the warning letters, based on the observations of the Gen Sec and the consultation of others, when we request like
who are the others? Are they MUSA OBs as well, or is it just from an outside perspective looking in?
Baruch, would you like to specify? Wait, could you please speak up? Or, oh yeah, pass the mic. Oh, this is nice. Good job. Yeah.
Yes, it's one of the MUSA OBs, but I would rather not name actually.
Someone from behind you? Yeah.
I think it's in the interest of MUSA for us to know who this person is, since it's being stated in black and white on the warning letter. And well, with the rate these one letters are being issued, I would assume a vote of no confidence is around the corner. So I think it's in everyone's interest that we know who these people that are being consulted from MUSA. Thank you.
Okay, wait, okay. Sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm gonna point out and agree with Irene, because technically it is also my responsibility to tell the student community what goes on in this meeting. So yeah, I do kind of need to know who's also, for full transparency's sake, it would be better to name the OB stated in the others clause.
I don't need the mic, but thank you. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Well, I'm not bounded by the constitution to name, so let's just keep it that way.
Can someone pass the mic back to Calvina, please? Yep, all the way in the back in the red sweater. Thank you.
To be honest, can we just vote like whether the MUSA OBs would like to know or not? Because I feel like if you're just the only one standing with all of these letters, yeah, the credibility is quite low unless you have somebody backing up all of your claims. Somebody who is viable as a MUSA OB, I feel like that would be important.
The voting will go in the power to the warning letter, and that is not entirely good. What do you think? Yeah.
So it's not possible.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we should do this in the presence of the MUSA president of the restaurant. So he's not here, so we should not be voting. No, for the specific one where you mentioned that we should vote for who the constitution of others are. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. Any further questions in the back? Okay, can someone pass? Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh, we should.
since
There's
the-
one more. Okay, but yeah, go on.
since we cannot state enough evidence for the consultation of others,
Mm.
doesn't that means that this motion doesn't have enough proof for it to be proceeded?
Yeah, like the other warning letters, it does not include the specified clauses of the Constitution. So yes, that would be correct. Can someone move the mic towards you guys' I think left? Yes. Yeah, and then can you move it back later? Yeah, later.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, so were the exco's consulted and have they validated these warning letters?
No, they are not consulted, but as a general secretary, I have the authority to send the warning letters. That's at least what constitution says, so I guess we're not having constitutional crisis.
There's someone to back that up.
Can I say something about it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
just-
Minho, yes.
Just pass the mic.
Give me a second on that. Trying to find. Yes, okay, so apparently there is actually a mention in the constitution. So it was brought up within HGC to actually discuss about this. Sleeping clause 13, number 6. So it mentions that the general secretary will be able to issue warning letters to office bearers, with the exception stated within clause 13.7 that requires the approval from the executive committee. So okay, I won't go through number 7 because that's basically about appeals, but according to the interpretation that was all in a way vetted by HGC is that the neutral interpretation of this is basically that all general secretary, not all general, all warning letters issued by the general secretaries, which are the office bearers, require the approval from the EXCO, unless if this one letter is appealed and the motion is passed to overturn, then only this warning letter will not be issued by the genset. So other than that scenario, all warning letters issued by the genset must require the approval from the EXCO. And you have mentioned that it is your kind of, in a way, duty, quote unquote duty, to just issue the warning letters. Yes, I admire your effort to uphold the Constitution, but what's in the Constitution is black and white. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Minhal. Kamala, please
Okay,
continue.
so I just want to say on the Constitution, number 19, subclause 6, it states that the General Secretary will be able to issue warning letters to officers with the exception stated within clause 13, number 6, that essentially means she cannot send warning letters to division, so people inside MUSA. That, let me get back to the point. The General Secretary will be able to issue warning letters to officers with the exception stated within clause 13, number 6, that requires the approval from the executive committee. And I need to know who approved here from the executive committee. And I think for the transparency's sake, and as well as in the Constitution, it needs to be noted. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamala. Do you want to name? All right, so the General Secretary doesn't want to name any names, so I don't see a point of arguing over that. Let's move on until, oh, okay, yes.
Wait, okay, then, since that citation was just cited, and
Yes,
well, all this basically is not valid, right? All these letters are, there's no basis, there's nothing, so is there a necessity for us to continue with this? With the, yeah, with this, somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
okay.
Yeah. So I say we move on to the next thing.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
This one.
Yeah. This-
You can close that.
All right, so this is a warning letter to the General Secretary from the President of MUSA. This was issued to the General Secretary for her failure to, sorry, one second. All right, so it was issued due to the complaints from the publicity officers due to her unsatisfactory performance in executing in the February subcommittee intake. And moreover, they also issued that the other concerns were about the pre-subcommittee recruitment forms, where the General Secretary was advised to share the form with the MUSA OBs in a timely manner to prevent the recurrence of the same issues during the February recruitment. However, when it came in the February recruitment, the same thing happened again when the General Secretary failed to share the form with the MUSA OBs. So this is the first warning letter on the General Secretary. So does the General Secretary have anything to say? All the, oh, okay.
No, I think it'd be best if you mention right now.
One by one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we have to vote for each of them, so I think one by
Exactly.
one is better.
No, there's no. But just it's best to explain.
Each,
It-
yes.
No? There's no voting. There's no voting.
Oh, okay,
Just go through all.
You just go through and then yeah.
and then go ahead.
But you don't want to sort of
No, you can
discuss?
go through
Okay, sure.
All right.
All right, so let's move to the conduct of the by-election. So this is the 7th. This is issued by Rashwan to Uruj. And so this was essentially about the by-elections and ensuring the timely manner of reviewing and publicizing the publicity materials for the by-elections and the omission of the contested position for SOMHS male representative. And yeah, how this would have likely disadvantaged candidates who were not informed of the opening. Yep, and the other portion of the letter mentions how the lack of communication, again, in an untimely matter, of informing the HAC of the briefing the day before the actual training is unsatisfactory. And yeah, so that was a main issue. Any questions? Any? Points to raise? No. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me, oh yeah. Yep, this is essentially the same thing. This is the extension to the EAC community, actually, where some of the contested positions are also part of the EAC, and the date for the HAC training had clashed. And so the lack of proper communication resulted in the yeah. I don't know if I finished my sentence, but yeah, we'll give you guys time to discuss among yourself or ask any further questions, or if there's anything you'd like to add on as well. 2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes. Okay, a lot of people are standing. If there are no further questions, we'll move on to the next warning letter. Okay, the 8th one is also issued by Rushmont to Rouge. This one is about the by-election and specifically the election blueprint and how, again, there has been a omission of certain information and how it was not presented in the MSC for approval in the, I think the one that was conducted on the 6th of March. Yeah, 6th of March. Thank you. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's about it. This one's quite straight to the point. Is there any further questions? Anything you'd like to raise? Anything you'd like to add on? Yes. Yes.
No, you guys are voting at the end of all these warning letters because this is initiated a vote of no confidence. So that will be at the end of all the warning letters. Sorry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we feel like the documents he put forth is as like, yeah, the basis is also not as strong as what the Gen Sec already put forward.
Okay.
Like the stakeholders like various parties for the various parties, and there are constitutional like basis for it, like to them at the beginning. This not it.
Let's see. So can you get the mic? Yeah. Minho has his hand raised.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, Minho?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
wanted to
did you-
refer to the last letter just now. Just to give
the
more
first.
info. The last one about the training.
Last one.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, sorry.
Before.
The previous one, the previous one.
Wait, the previous letter?
Yeah.
Go up.
Sorry.
Yeah,
hang on.
that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, the one
This one, yes, yeah.
yeah, okay, for context about the HAC part. For context, me and Leah, yeah, can you show your hand? Yeah. Okay, I cannot see the hand. Oh well. Yeah, so me and Leah were in the HSC, in the training as HSC, and I think it's a bit vague to say that the ask HSC to conduct the introduction of MUSA on the day of the event is literally during the event itself. The same. Yeah. So so the whole context was we were in, and during when the event started, then we were then not informed but queued to introduce MUSA. And thankfully everything went as per program. But we kind of talked this through with Rush, and it's not something big, but it's really just something that I want to point out, because the urgency of this, or like the seriousness of this, is not really that it's on the event day, but it's literally on the event itself. So I think that's one more info. And for the information of the event, that one I would suggest maybe 2-3 days before. Yeah, because HSC, I think some of them graduated, so some of them might be looking as well. So if they want to attend the event, then they will at least need to be informed beforehand, like way beforehand, to make arrangements for their own schedules. Yeah, that's all I'm using. And thank you. Bye-bye.
So sorry. Thank you so much, Minhao, for your input. Yes, Kavina? What you said?
You had something to say, right? Yeah.
Yeah, can you please repeat?
Okay, so we were literally breaking down the GenSec, what she submitted, like the warning letters, like no mention of the Constitution, no quoting, like citation. Yeah, and then the various parties is very vague, but we can also apply the same things here, like for various parties, which Constitution like points is he referring, or like what was breached. It's just like to remain impartial in the middle of all of this. I feel like that's needed, and that since Rashwan is not here to confirm or to clarify anything, is it actually fair to continue on with the voting?
Just good. Could you guys give us a minute? Thank you.
Vina, can you pass the mic?
All right, thank you. Just to say, I'm not a part of the student organization or anything, but just as an observation as a student, what she just said, that both the warning letters from either sides don't have any specific citation of the Constitution. And so I think it would be very premature to sort of vote on it, even if when Rashman's not here, and without his presence, it seems unfair to sort of come to conclusions and go ahead with it. And I believe both of the warning letters, or I don't know how many warning letters are there, it's a sea of warning letters, but neither of them have quoted either of the Constitution clauses or have supported their reasoning with any backing from another office bearer in the same organization. So, I mean, as a third party, it kind of seems fair that this be delayed until all parties have further clarity on what exactly is happening, and it's best not to assume. So yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Do you want to speak? Okay. No.
Can I ask a quick question as to who prepared the business report?
I did.
Okay, can we return to the business report?
Yep.
Scroll from the start where we start motions. Okay, blueprint is fine, that's no issue. Issuance of warning letters should not come under an individual motion. Issuance of warning letters should come under individual business reports. I think that the appropriate motion for each of these would have been motion of no confidence versus the president, motion of no confidence versus the general secretary. And since all of the warning letters here don't particularly make mention of the constitution, I think it's in the MSC members' best interest to decide whether or not these letters are based on merit or not, or otherwise, based on the actions of both the GenSec and the president themselves. In which case, unfortunately, Rashwan is not here to represent himself, but Uruj is. Therefore, if you want to put it that way as well, you could delay the vote of no confidence against Rashwan until the next time when he's able to present himself, versus now for Uruj when she has to defend herself. In which case, all the warning letters issued by Rashwan, I am at least somewhat privy to behind the scenes for all this information. However, I'm not sure whether it would be prudent for myself to explain myself, because my name has been mentioned in at least one of the warning letters. So I would suggest that the MNC take a vote on whether or not I should be allowed to voice my opinion as ex-president and current MUSA AC member. In addition, with all the AJC members online, have also agreed the same that this is a shit show of massive intentions, and therefore we need to sort this out as soon as possible. So please clear the air, I beg of you.
Thank you, Tom.
Dominic.
Yes.
Hello. Sorry, am I able to speak?
Yes, Brandon.
Hello, everyone. I actually do have a question for both Uruj and Rasha. I understand Rashwan's not here, so I'm assuming maybe this could be written down, or maybe this question can be passed on. But I'm noticing in all the warning letters here, the timing. I'm sorry, but I feel like all these warning letters are issued within the span of 2 to 3 days. Doesn't really make sense to me considering some of these issues have happened over the past month and the last 2 months, right? It seems to me that a lot of these warning letters were written out of the fear that there is an upcoming MSC, right? And I don't think that I am wrong in my suspicions either. So I would ideally like all parties to kind of explain why these warning letters have only come up now and left pretty much no room for appeal at all. Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. You want?
Okay, Tom here again. I think I'd like to add to the point where if everyone here notices this is a very rushed MSC as well. This is in fact supposed to be an emergency MSC where the notice of today's MSC is also posted only today. I think that should also be an urgent point of discussion as well. Analyze why we are having this MSC now, and also what are the consequences of this.
All right, so this sudden MSC was called for the passing of the MUSA by-elections blueprint, which was failed to be passed in the previous MSC. So this is why this MSC was called so suddenly, and the post was also made today. Yes, Uruj, you can continue.
Okay, regarding the question that Brandon asked, that these issues that were addressed in the warning letters, they are from over the past of 2 months, I guess. Well, the warning letters that are issued by Rashwan, it was about subcommittee recruitment, pre-term and the February, which was, the February one was last month, and the pre-term was during end of December and the start of January, if I'm not wrong. Yes, that's old. While the other two, the by-election conduct and the blueprint, that one is new, so I guess that's valid, while the subcommittee one is not valid. As for me, the warning letters that I issued, that one is valid because the first one is about the blueprint, which Rashwan himself suggested that he gets one warning letter, and that one, it was last week. And the second one was him being, in simpler terms, MIA, which is now. So that's not over the span of 2 months, but it's recent. And the third one was also regarding publicizing the MSC, which which is a constitutional crisis because it's stated in the constitution that the embassy has to be publicized, to which he said, publicity don't have to publicize it. And that was, I guess, 3 to 4 days ago. Yeah. So no, the warning letters are not, the issues addressed in the warning letters are not over the span of 2 months, but it's very recent. So it's not urgent letters, but it was well thought out. Thank you.
Behind.
Okay, hi, just in response to the General Secretary's assertion that the president's, the warning letter issued by the president regarding subcommittee recruitment would not be valid because it happened a long time ago. I would just think that, I would just like to differ because as a president, it was probably not a concern that he had himself, but probably an issue that was raised to him by other relevant departments and raised to him only recently by those departments, and hence why this letter is being issued now. So as the president, he can only make the letter once the party comes to him and makes the complaint.
Just to clarify, I was not defending the warning letter, I was just answering Brandon's question.
I think, sorry, I had to speak on this. I think what Ina said is pretty relevant. It still echoes Brandon's question. Why is the warning letters, especially for old events, only issuing now? Because logically speaking, unless investigation has been done, then only it's acceptable that a warning letter can be published this day. So I would say I just need to ask because I checked through all of the issuance of your warning letters and also Russian's warning letters. Russia's not here, so I can't question him. But I just want you to ask. I just want to ask you for warning letters, like for past events especially. Is there a reason why between the happening of that same incident and 24th March, which is the issuance of the warning letter, your past events, I think it was about let me think about it. Just give me a sec. I'm solved by warning letters. Let's see. So many things about. Oh yeah, okay. I think it's about this one. Yeah. About this. Yeah. I believe this MSC issue. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rush. May I know when this incident happened in regards to the MSC notice?
Wait, you're asking me? Can you repeat?
Yeah. Like when did it happen?
Happened what?
Sorry?
What happened?
Like this the notice of MNC warning letter with the second warning letter against publicity.
Oh, the publicity one.
Yeah. May I know when is it? When did it happen?
It happened on 24th March.
24th March. Let me try to find it back.
Are you trying to look that in the agency?
Yeah,
It's not in the agency group, it's in the MUSA 2023 group.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think it's necessary. I think I saw the wrong letter. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, but I think there's a point whereby old events are really just on the hang until like the issuance of warning letters. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say.
Wait, I'll handle this. All right, thank you, Minha.
Yeah.
So we will move on since some of these warning letters are issued by Rashwan, and Rashwan is not present here today, so we cannot discuss about those.
Nor or can he appeal?
Okay, thank you. Okay, so. We were here.
We were, okay, I think we can move on to, I think have we done the 10th one?
Okay, let's just. It's not to mention.
Have we done this one?
Okay.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the next complaint, next warning letter issued against the General Secretary was by the heads of MUIS. And
What issued by us?
yeah, issued by the vice presidents on behalf of the president. So in that first warning letter from the MUIS, from the first complaint from MUIS, it stated that the General Secretary has abused her powers on the ground that she has threatened the Pakistan community's country representative. A warning letter if the Pakistan community's WhatsApp group had not removed the alumni. So they have also argued that in the MUSA handbook, the General Secretary Section 6 Clause A subclause 1 and 2, there is no mention that the MUSA General Secretary is able to issue a warning letter to a country representative without the Executive Committee's consent. And following this, the MUIS Constitution Section 98 subclause 2, only the MUIS heads and MUIS Secretary are able to issue the warning letters to the committee members and subcommittee members, which also includes the CRs. And finally, her statement, according to MUIS Constitution, only those who are enrolled in Monash should be part of the community as well as the community group is not true. There are no restrictions or limitations stated in the MUIS Constitution and or the MUSA handbook that regulates this practice and is a misleading statement. So we would like the MUIS heads to add on to it.
Hi, everyone. I'll be speaking on behalf of the MUIS Country Representative Officer. So regarding this warning letter, we are issuing a complaining letter against the MSC 2023 about the General Secretary behavior regarding her abuse of power as the MUSA General Secretary on the grounds that the General Secretary threatened to give the CR a Pakistan warning letter with the details below. I'm going to directly read the message that is sent to the Pakistan CR, Mustafa. So this is all verbatim. Also, Mustafa, just a heads up, make sure to exclude all the graduates from the Pakistan Community Group ASAP, because according to MUIS Constitution, only those students who are currently enrolled in Monash should be part of the community as well as the community group. So make sure to do that ASAP before you get a warning letter from either MUIS or me. Open bracket, I can't help it, sorry, watery eye emoji. Close bracket. If you remember RMB, first thing ABD about this was excluding the graduates. They can surely join the alumni group. That wouldn't be a problem. Just letting you know so no problem occurs for you or Dania. Smiley face. So in context of information regarding text above, Mustafa and Dania are the elected officials and the current CR of Pakistan 2023. ABD shorts for Abdullah, the previous CR of Pakistan. And in the handbook, General Secretary, as I said just now, section 6, clause A, 1 to 3. I'm going to read it out again. Warning letters. Based on the General Secretary to MUSA office bearer that A, I1 is absent from MSC meeting without apology letters 3 times or more, and the Pakistan CRs are not in any part of MSC meetings. Second, number 2, is not discharging her responsibility effectively as observed the Executive Committee and or MSC, and number 3, left duties without appropriate reasons as observed by the Executive Committee or partner of the MUSA body. Let me repeat this. In no capacity that this mentioned under MUIS, it's all under MUSA. And even if it's under, and even if I'm mistaken that the General Secretary is able to give a warning letter, it is stated that the Executive Committee and or the MSC must be involved in this. This is a one-sided decision and it's an abuse of power. And for this, I'm deeply saddened that it has come to this. Our responsibility as a committee is not only to protect the interests of our members, but also to ensure the safety and well-being of the students we serve. It is never an easy decision to confront a colleague, but we cannot turn a blind eye to such egregious behavior. As a member of the committee, I cannot sit idly by while these wrongdoings continue to harm the students and our friends. Decision was not easy, but it was necessary, and it is our duty to create a safe and inclusive environment for all, where everyone is treated with respect and dignity. We must hold ourselves each accountable for our actions and not threaten others for such petty reasons. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. Mal, we go next. Oh, you know? Okay. Okay. So we move on. We have another warning letter. It's also regarding the MUSA event. Sorry.
5 warning letters.
Damn. Okay.
5 warning letters?
Yes.
5.
Okay. So the first point of this warning letter is that Rouge had deceived one of the MUSA heads, Kamala, her colleague, by providing false information and intentionally leaving out important details regarding an incident that occurred during Pakistan's unofficial event. The following was relayed from Rouge to the MUSA head, Kamala. The country representatives of Pakistan arrived at 9 p.m., that the country representatives of Pakistan did not take account of the attendees of the event properly, and that it was the committee members that contacted her with complaints. Okay, the second point is that Rouge had overstepped the MUSA General Secretary's jurisdiction by involving herself in matters pertaining to MUSA, specifically by asking to be included in a complaint email against the CRs of Pakistan. CRs is country representatives. One, that there are no justifiable reasons to CC the MUSA General Secretary in a complaint email regarding an internal matter within MUSA. Additionally, CCing the MUSA General Secretary when she is personally involved in this matter would act as a conflict of interest and could intimidate relevant parties to not reveal the whole truth. She has also specifically requested to omit the mention of her friend who was involved in the event, thus evoking suspicion of her intent. Finally, she had also requested to submit the complaint email before holding a meeting with the CRs. Okay, the final point is that upon the investigation conducted by MUSA, these are the facts of the event. On the case of the late arrival of the CRs, it was testified by an eyewitness at the venue that the Pakistan CR had arrived at 8:20 p.m. as they were tasked to bring all participants to and fro from campus to the venue 3 times for the actual event time, to ensure the full attendance of all the registered participants. Next, the committee members of the Pakistan community ensured proper records of all registered participants were collected, aside from those who attended through the invitation of Rouge without registering and paying the respective fee to attend the event. Finally, in reference to the Pakistan committee reaching out to Rouge to complain, evidence from those who testified revealed that it had been her who had initially contacted them to encourage formation of the complaint email. So these facts go back to the CRs arriving late, not taking account of the attendees, and contacting her with complaints. Okay, so we'll give you guys time if you have any further questions, anything to add on, or, oh yeah, yes, come on, you ready? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Dear members of MSc, MUSA, as well as all Monash students watching, I would like to address an important matter regarding our General Secretary, Rouge, and why we believe it is necessary for her to receive a warning letter for this. As you all may be aware, a formal complaint has been filed by MUSA against Rouge for her abuse of power and deception as the MUSA General Secretary. This complaint is in regards to an incident that relates to Pakistan's unofficial event, where we later found out Rouge provided false information and intentionally left out important details. Please bear in mind that this complaint letter alone is based on 2 reasons. First is multiple dishonesties, and the second is peer pressuring with conflict of interest. First point, she provided MUSA with false information and intentionally leaving out important details regarding an incident that happened at Pakistan's unofficial event. I listed out 3, but if you give me more time, I could probably list out 5 more minimum. The 3 I'll be listing out is, firstly, that the CRs of Pakistan arrived 9:30 p.m. and they are late 1.5 hours to the event. 2, that the CRs of Pakistan did not take account of the attendees of the event properly. And 3, she was leaving out details and vital parties involved in the incident. Okay, what we found from these facts that when we contacted is that the CR Pakistan, as mentioned here, came at 8:20 p.m. This was testified by an eyewitness at the venue. They arrived at this time with the reason of providing transportation from Monash to the venue, which led them to go back and forth 3 times, making sure all the participants were picked up. 2, the CRs of Pakistan and their team took proper records on all participants who came, except for the General Secretary and her friends who were unregistered on the Google form before the event, came and did not pay for the registration fee of the event. B. Uruj contacted Pakistan's treasurer to file a complaint against the CRs of the Pakistan. The treasurer expressed to us that he felt pressure to make this email, but decided against it. During Uruj's persuasion for him to send the email, she also mentioned to A, send the email before having a meeting with the CRs, B, not to mention her friend's name, which we will refer to as you at the email, 3, CC her, Musa Jensek, in the email. Additionally, Uruj mentioned to the MUSA explicitly and even with double confirmation and an eyewitness that it was the CR treasurer that contacted her with the complaints, which was not true. On top of this, the day after the CR treasurer did not reply to Uruj's messages asking about the email, both the Treasury and Secretary of Pakistan were contacted by Uruj's friend, which we will refer to as J, to also send a complaint letter as well as CC the General Secretary. The fact that we found from this is that prior to Uruj calling the Pakistan treasurer and encouraging him to send an email, there was no contact between the CR treasurer and Uruj regarding any of this, and not any internal issue nor concern regarding the financial statement, and encouraging sending a complaint letter to MUS head against CR and advising them not to solve them internally first if there were any is unprofessional. This was an abuse of power on her part to say not to include her friend's name on the email. Last, the General Secretary has no jurisdiction regarding this, and there are no reasons to CC Musa Jensek on this matter. In addition, CCing the Jensek when she is personally involved in this matter would be a conflict of interest and could intimidate relevant parties to not tell the whole truth. As MUS, we feel the General Secretary has overstepped and proved to be untrustworthy in her accounts of the incident. This violates the MUSA Handbook, Part 3, Human Resource Policy, Number 4, Codes of Conduct, the letter L, which states MUSA and its office bearers promote inclusivity, equality, and a safe space for all students in all its events, initiatives, and codes of conduct. This also violates MUSA Constitution Part 2, Number 2, letter X, which is to protect, promote, and develop the interests and welfare of all students. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kamala. Yes, Mary.
Yes, okay, so there's really no point that we're going back and forth with everything. I believe so we've got 2 letters here which have valid citations, and I believe there's one before that Rashwan issued to Uruj, which has no citation, but it's evident that it is from the Constitution, which is the blueprint one.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have our 3 out of 5 letters that are 100% valid.
That's fine.
I say there's no point going back and forth with these. I mean, props to whoever wrote these letters, I think are fairly great, but it's 10 o'clock and we're not going to finish this anytime soon. So I say we move to enough of the warning letters.
Yes.
Let's head to the vote of no confidence. Whoever wants to speak can speak, whoever needs to defend themselves can defend themselves, and we move on from there. Please, yeah.
We agree.
Right.
This is the final warning letter, so no worries.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, Aaron, can you move it to the, oh yes, can you move the mic there, please?
So more than a couple of us have been observing how the Jensek has been behaving during the MSc, and we would like to just request that she's a little bit more professional in this matter, because she has 5 letters, like 5 warning letters issued to her. I don't think she should be laughing And just, I don't know what she's doing, joking or whatever, it's just very distasteful and we've just. It's so disappointing. And
We is. Okay, thank you.
yes, do you guys need us to specify by the names?
Yes.
Okay, we need. Danelle, Irfan.
Kalvina, Danelle, Irfan,
Misa.
West, Misa,
The guy.
Ina,
Yeah.
Ashley, yeah. That's your name.
Yeah, it's nothing against you personally, it's just like. Journalism. It's
Okay,
a serious concept.
Okay, thank you.
And we're on, to be honest, everyone is in a rough situation now.
Mm.
Because, yeah, firstly, I believe the circumstance of this.
Yes, the room is very hot.
Everything, yeah, so I believe that everyone here is just trying to get through this.
Yes,
So-
don't worry, this is the last, we're done.
Wait.
Okay,
Up
so,
the mic.
yeah, mic up, back, yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Careful.
Try not to read it like you're.
Bruh.
Alright, regarding, Raj, could you go back to the very last one of it? Regarding the. Page? Yeah. Right. Not this one, this is the other one.
All right. Yes, this one.
Yeah, alright, first of all, props to Kamala for pointing this out because it's your job as a responsible member of the organization to keep everyone in check, regardless of the positions. Just a few clarifications regarding the event, since I am Pakistani and I was present at the event. I truly believe that while the investigation should stay and should occur on the part of the misbehaving or whatever it is, there's a lot of conflicting statements regarding who did what and what happened exactly, right? And since I was there at the event, there's a few points that I can sort of dismember, but there's really no point sort of talking about things that are external. And to sort of support that point, this event was unofficial, and to testify that there was no EMS or Sarah for this.
Excuse me, I'm speaking on behalf of HEC. I think,
Is there?
alright,
Sorry about that.
yeah, sorry for interrupting, but I feel like this is really, really urgent. As for now, we are requiring the defendant to speak. So would I kindly request the defendant to speak for herself? Thank you very much.
Right, thank you for your input, but I just do not allow you to interrupt and talk regardless. For the event thing, I truly believe this warning letter is null and void. For reasons that I've stated, if someone needs for it to be written on paper, I'll co-sign it and pass the investigation. So, but yes.
All right.
The investigation should start.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the points raised. There is a gentleman at the back. Oh, yeah, sure.
I want to recheck what you said, so you think that should be void?
Yeah. Huh?
You think this should be void under?
Not.
But. Oh, the judges within of the event, so you have nothing against the two.
Who is it, right?
So you wouldn't, you are not voiding the.
Wait, why is the screen still busy?
Can we request that the defendant defends herself for the warning letter?
Yeah, we were just about. Oh, there's a lot of comments.
Defend yourself for the warning letters.
Wait, how do you share the screen? Share.
Should I? Okay.
What about the statement? Ready?
No.
Okay, then, no, it's because we can't log in.
Oh,
This is Jackson's.
wow, okay. I know it's hot, but, okay, regarding the first warning letter about the threat,
if, since Dom, he did read the message, I did not say that I will send a warning letter. Did the message say I will send it? It said, I said either me or Muis. Yes, either me or Muis. And whatever warning letter that goes to anyone, it does get approved by me. Just like the Muis Media one. Didn't Muis Media one got approved by me? Okay. So yeah, that was my point, that it was not a threat, it was just a heads up. Because they are my community CRs and I did not want them to get in trouble, or because just for the context why I said that, because before I sent that message, there were some of the alumni that were kind of abusing each other in the group. Due to that, I requested the CR Mustafa to move the alumni to the alumni group. So there is no toxicity in the group. Yeah, that was the first warning letter. I guess that's it. Well, it was not a threat, but
Sorry.
they felt like a threat with their 5-year-old kid that I've threatened them and they felt threatened. Wow, okay. Regarding the second one, the unofficial event. I don't know why the treasurer backed out, saying that he did not come up to me, saying that the CRs did not take their decisions into the decision making. That's his will, that he backed out or whatever it was. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, he did. I still stand that he did reach out to me, saying that we were not involved in the decision making. Treasurer reached out to me, while the secretary, Arif, he reached out to Usama. And yeah, I don't know. Whatever I heard is Arif is still saying that they were not involved in decision making. However, Hadi, the treasurer, he backed out, and he reached out to me when he reached out to me. There was like a friend to friend complaint that they did not involve us in any of the in any of the decision making. So I told him to file up an official complaint, because this is an unofficial. I can't do anything about it. Bro, that is here. So whatever happened at the event, I don't really want to go into the details because of course it's late. But yeah, can't really say much right now. I'm out of energy too. But one of the witness and my friend Usama, do you want to say anything? Major Usama Imaginate. Yeah, also here's the statement that I made. It's quite long.
Yeah, hi everyone. I guess the heat is getting a little one right now. It's been a while. For now, if we come down to the events, the person who specifically excluded from being called out, the person termed as you, is me. Okay, my name is Major Osama Ahmed Junaid. I've spent more life outside Monash, serving the battlefield, than I've spent within Monash. And I know how to keep up with my teammates, with my colleagues, which is why within the event we were trying my best to make sure the event goes smoothly. And while they stated that I assumed responsibility or I forced myself to do it, I have all the evidence that they reached out to me. And I wasn't consulted on this. There was no investigation through me. The only reason I wanted to stay out of it is because I knew this would turn into something as filthy as this, because nobody took the sides of other side, which is termed as Ruth's friends. Two of them are here, third one is there, fourth is me. And we all were there, we witnessed what happened. Everything was black and white. They did not account for the people over there. They came in the first ride to the venue. I was the one who recommended how to come to the venue. I have everything black and white in messages, voice notes. You need a translator, bring up a neutral one. I'll show you everything. So basically what happened was everything was miscommunicated to you guys.
when they say that treasurer backed out, the treasurer literally spoke to me the next day, even the night before the day he texted me himself. He texted my friend Jamal over there, and Jamal called me up in the middle of the night, and I asked him if the treasurer suffered any losses, I'll cover up for him. Because I understand he's a student, he has a budget. Although I'm an earning adult, I don't have to worry about my budget as such, so I was able to pay up for it. And at the last minute, I don't understand why or under whose pressure, specifically speaking, whose pressure he backed out from his statement. While I have it on record that he leaked out to us after the event to make a case. It wasn't us. We didn't want to incite a case. Yes, one thing about maybe if Uruj stated in black and white that they reached at 9 p.m., that is false. They reached at 8:20 p.m. I will stand by it because I was there. Other than that, they did not do anything about the event. They were not part of the organizing of the event. The only thing they did was text the manager of the restaurant, thinking that he's the owner. And for that matter, I think this last warning letter that I noticed, I believe it's not fair that not facts were accounted for. And I'm sorry I'm taking so much time of all of you guys with the aircon not working. I hope cooler minds can prevail right now.
Okay, sorry, Usama. Thank you. I'm gonna cut you off there because we are going over time and we're also gonna proceed with the vote of no confidence. And we also need to give you the permission. Oh, yes, I think we could just finish with Kamala. The document is also sent to the chat.
Okay, during my time speaking there, I say that the base of this is her dishonesty, which is proved, and I don't see any of you guys saying that she never lied to me, because she did. And the second was her pressuring the CR. As for like the event stuff, I don't think it matters, because that is not my grounds or basis of giving a sworn letter. It's essentially just that she are dishonest on the statements she sent me, or she spoke with me. And for the second one is that she basically pressured the treasurer and secretary. The treasurer and secretary have testified saying that they feel pressured by Uruj to send an email and CCing her on the email. And you said you have all the black and white. I just have one yes or no question for you. Have you multiple times called them under a private phone number with a no caller ID? Yes. Yes or no question, please.
I called them once.
No, no.
And after that, they have been calling.
Excuse me. Hello, hello. No, Kamala. You will be held in contempt. You cannot ask any more questions of that sort. Yes. So we will be moving forward with the voting. Yeah.
Oh, we'll go by the plan.
Yeah, go there. You can just type it out on with the cursor. Just type it anywhere, it's fine now. All right, so we are to have a vote of no confidence against the General Secretary of MUSA 2023. To start off, we are going to ask the treasurers. Also, everyone, I have to add something. If you guys choose to abstain from voting, you have to give us an explanation.
You guys could take a minute to think about it. And everyone else, please take this time to really think about your decision.
Where's my phone? Yeah, I just yes. No. Yeah.
All right, so yes, ready?
Wait.
Okay, well, I think you have to understand how it was not it's not gonna be like I'm voting against the rules. You're voting for the motion, so you're either for this motion or against. or against the case, or you abstain and provide a justification, just so everyone understands.
Anyone type over there? Let me handle. All right, to reiterate, so the motion is a vote of no confidence against the General Secretary of MUSA. If you are for the motion, that would mean that you are voting against the General Secretary. And if you are against the motion, that means you would be voting in favor of the Secretary. Okay, treasurers, do you guys need more time?
4.
4. Okay. Heads of clubs and societies?
4.
Heads of MUIS? Activities chairpersons? Publicity officers?
Gosh.
Welfare officers? Thank you. Women's officer? SAS reps?
4.
Thank you. SOB rep? SOE rep? SOIT reps? Yes? Can you repeat? 4. SOMHS rep? SOP rep?
4.
And School of Science rep? All right, that concludes the vote of no confidence. It's passed. Thank you very much for coming to the MSc 3.1. That concludes our MSc. Thank you very much.
Read it, right?